Konnichiwa. Nihon Kriketo Podcast to yokoso. Boku no namae wa Alan desu. I think that even those who have never heard a word of Japanese before can understand that. But just in case, hello and welcome to the Japan Cricket Podcast. I'm your host, Alan Kerr, and on this show, I will speak to the people who have played a role in the shaping of cricket in Japan, both on and off the field. Today's episode is part 2 of my chat with Raheel Kano, where we get into the details of his time as an international cricketer, both at under-19 level and at senior level. Hope you all enjoy. I did want to talk about your time as international cricketer because, as mentioned at the top, you are Japan's most capped under-19 cricketer. Don't know if you knew that, but having played in 3 tournaments, 2007, 2009, and 2011, and you made your debut in the under-19s as a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
So that was the tour to Vanuatu. Can you remember much about that?
I remember that. We played at the Vanuatu ground.
Mm-hmm.
And the famous player of the Vanuatu, Andre Mansale.
So I've got some information about these matches. Would you like to relive it?
Yeah, you can do it. I still remember he smashed me a lot, and that was matching Vanuatu. So crowds are all supporting Vanuatu. When he smashed 6, every card's collection is like, wow, 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 wow. And I got very angry and I bowling. And when I bowled good ball, he blocked it and get a single and come down to me and said, that was a good ball. Oh, that was so frustrating.
Yeah. So in that,
and at that time, Japan under-19 can't catch, dropped a few catches as well. But yeah, that was a really hard tournament. But yeah, had a good experience as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, the first match Japan played Papua New Guinea, you didn't play in that game. Japan were all out for 37 in 24 overs. Papua New Guinea scored those runs in 4 overs. So after a defeat like that, they decided that the best thing to do was to pick a 14-year-old leg spinner to strengthen the team. And against Vanuatu in the next game, Vanuatu scored 381 for 8. And Andrew Mansale scored 157 off 89 balls.
Yeah.
And then Japan were all out for 34. And you were batting at number 8, Raheel. And I know you were out for 2 or 4 balls and you got stumped. So I'm guessing that you decided that you'd had enough of this and decided to charge down.
Try to smash maybe, I don't know. Try to hit a 6.
Your figures weren't, look, you've gone for 46 off your 5 overs, which not great. But I mean, when you've got a guy
like too bad.
Andrew Mansale was a really good player. So
he's so good.
He's quality. So at that time, that was the highest ever total in under-19 qualifiers and the lowest ever score by a team in the East Asia Pacific region. But then in the next game, Japan played Fiji, and Fiji scored 440 for 8.
Yeah.
Dorika scored 257 off 145 balls. Now, in that game, you've bowled 4 overs for 45, but you've actually bowled a maiden.
Yeah, and two dropped catches as well in 4 overs.
Okay.
So you can imagine how hard as a leg spinner to bowl with that level of fielding.
Yeah, I can. I was a leg spinner in my youth, Raheel. I know exactly how you feel. Yeah. So then the following tournament was in Papua New Guinea. Do you remember much about that?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that tournament. That was one of the highlights in my career as well.
What was so good about it?
I think it was the final match with the Indonesia. I got 5 wickets, I think.
Okay.
And we all thinking that we're going to win this game, but we lost it. And I picked as a best 11 of the tournament, I think. And then got a medal and had a fun with the other teammates,
cool.
Like Indonesian people and Papua New Guinea. The Papua New Guinea people are very kind to us. We visit the village and like Papua New Guinea girls like surrounded me, like say they treat me as like a superstar. They say like, give me a sign, hey, let's make photo. Like I was I felt like, oh, this is the superstars feeling when they got surrounded by unknown people. I was a little bit scared as well. No,
You had
I don't know
16.
anyone. Yeah, and they're surrounding me like, hey, let's get a photo like that. And yeah, but yeah, Papua New Guinea players they are very nice, very kind. They're one of them. Few of them are still my friends. Sometimes we, conversation on Instagram or Facebook as well. Arua Dikana, he was one of the wicket keeper under 19, and he's still my friend. He came to Japan when women's tournament. He gave me the Papua New Guinea tank top as a gift.
Okay. And of course, they're playing in the World Cup right now.
Yeah, I'm fully supporting them.
Yeah, back the Barras.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost to Oman last night or 2 nights ago, but yeah, it's great for them to be there in the World Cup. It shows what can be achieved, right, with sustained commitment to cricket. Okay, so then the following under-19 tour was 2011 to Australia, and you were captain. So what was that like, being made captain of a Japan team? And was that an honor for you? Are you proud?
Yeah, honored and I'm really proud, but at the same time, I was very nervous because I never played proper 50 over game as a captain.
Mm.
So I never played a proper 50 over game before that, like as a captain. Maybe as a player also. Maybe I played few games or not.
Well, all of those qualifying tournaments were 50 overs. So you played 50 overs, but yeah, as a captain, it's different, right? You've got a lot more to think about.
Yeah. So who's going to bowl, or what about the power play, or how to put the fielders? I have no idea about it. So I talked with my coach, Richard later. He told me how to put the fielders and use the bowlers like that. But no, in the tournaments, that's very different. But yeah, I think I did not bad.
Yeah, so it was a tournament of highs and lows. Japan were bowled out for 23 by Vanuatu, but Japan registered their first ever win at under 19 level against Fiji.
I think that was the first game of the tournament with the Fiji, and we batted first. We scored, I think, 120 or 130 runs. And I still remember Taniyama and the Shoda Yamada was the last wicket. They scored maybe 20 or 30 runs last partnership, and that helped us to win that game. We bowled really well. Takadi was my first choice, the bowler. He was the very good fast bowler, outswing bowler. Right now, he's now off spinner, but at that time, he was really good outswing bowlers. And Taniyama, Shodai, Takadi, Yusuke, right?
Yeah.
I still remember a few of them are still playing. And we, I think, bowled really well. I was bowling and I got the last wicket. I still remember that. That was like slow motion when I get the last wicket. And everyone is running from the bench, and we just like screaming, yeah, we won it. And like, I'm really happy because I played 3 tournaments, and every tournaments we couldn't win single game. So that was so special for me to win a first game as under 19 and as a captain. So I was so happy and so excited to the other next games as well. And yeah, it was so good.
Yeah, and to have you took 3 wickets for 10 in that game, and yeah, won by 25 runs, which that last wicket partnership was worth 25. So pretty valuable runs from Shodai and Taniyama.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, I imagine that must have been a pretty enjoyable occasion. So then, we'll talk about this briefly. It was pretty difficult for Japan over the next 6-7 years to not play in any tournaments at under 19 level. What did you think of that decision at the time? Do you remember how you felt? I mean, you were too old anyway, so it didn't affect you directly, but having got that first win, did you feel the team was on an upward progress?
Yeah.
And players like Takadi, Taniyama, who've been part of the men's national squad for several years now?
Actually, the tournament, we lost by Indonesia last game. That was the also very close game. If we won it, we was like number 3 at that tournament. After the tournament, we couldn't make any teams for 6 or 7 years. I was so shocked that because the younger generation was really good, like Taniyama's, Takadi, Shodai, Yagura.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are still young, and that time I was thinking like next tournament, Japan maybe can win 2 games. After that, 3 games, maybe.
Then the improvement.
So getting better, but we couldn't make it. So yeah, that was really disappointing.
Yeah.
Moment.
So we look at it now. I'm not sure how much you know about this, but Japan, of course, won the qualifier in 2019 and went to the World Cup in 2020. And the under-19 qualifier has been cancelled for this year. And so the ICC, in their wisdom, have decided to go back 10 years.
Yeah.
And we were not allowed.
A good decision. Because it's under 19, man. Under 19.
That's right.
It's not a like national side. It's under 19. You should look at the recent records.
I mean, because you were there and you were part of it, it really felt that Japan was on an upward curve.
Yeah.
And there are a whole load of players, guys like Rui Matsumura, Munib, who didn't play, Neil and Marcus, when he played one. Rui Munib didn't play any under-19s. Takadi Taniyama would have played, several of those tournaments. So Japan really have got the rough end of the stick on that one. And from your point of view, did you see how much the team had improved? You mentioned that team in 2007 couldn't catch.
Yeah.
Had the standards improved quite a lot by 2011?
Much better, much better.
And the fact that you can see so many of those players from that team in 2011 are still playing now suggests that there were players, they were cricketers rather than kids who just got picked.
Yeah. Pure cricketers. Playing cricket younger age and still playing. That's a pure cricketer.
Yeah, absolutely. So then you also, during that time, made your Japan national team debut on the 2009 tour to Samoa. You're captain of 59 for Japan. So what was that like? Was playing for the full team an ambition of yours right from the start?
I was like very scared because a lot of, everyone is older than me.
Yeah.
It's obvious, but yeah, that's really scared as a kid because I was like 16 years old, something like that. And Mieli-san's playing and few others like Giles Jones, Patrick Giles Jones. These guys are very, scared me a lot as a kid when I played with them. But I had a very good experience as everyone supporting me, like Fuji-san. He really supported me. And Takuro, Chino, Amigo as well. Everyone just really supporting and giving me confidence and let me play freely. So it was a very good experience for me to play for the national team. And after that, I thinking that I should play more cricket and I should go maybe abroad to increase my level of cricket.
And did you do that?
Actually, I couldn't. I planning to Australia and I couldn't do that. So I moved back to the Pakistan like 2011 after. So 3 years I spent there and I played cricket, like a village cricket, not a proper cricket, club cricket, but I played a lot of tennis ball cricket, tape ball cricket, and weekends we played 2 hardball T20 cricket. And that helps me a lot as a batsman because my village don't have a pitch. So we used to go to the other village to visit and play different kind of matches. So that helps me as a batsman to, play different kind of pitches, bounces, slow, hard wicket. So yeah, that helps me a lot.
Yeah, okay. So then you went on tour to Botswana in 2000. So that must have been a pretty different experience for you. What do you remember about that?
Yeah, I remember that tournament. I selected as a emerging player of the tournament. I got 4 wickets against Nigeria, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And
what was it like going to Africa?
I don't know. I just like excited to visit other countries. And one of the good thing playing cricket in Japan as a national player is that you can get, a lot of experience to visiting other countries. Like normally if I'm not playing cricket, I just, not playing cricket and just studying and getting a job. I never visit Papua New Guinea or
Yeah,
Samoa, Vanuatu. I visit Papua New Guinea twice,
Yeah.
Samoa twice, and Vanuatu one time. But, playing cricket giving me such a good experience as well to visit different kind of countries. So Botswana also one of them. Yeah, I had a really good time over there too.
Yeah. And then you had a couple of other tours. You went on tour to Lismore in 2014. You went on tour to Hong Kong and the Philippines in 2018. So that East Asia Cup in 2018, Japan won. What's your memories of that? Was that a bit of a highlight to be actually winning something with the Japan team?
Yeah, that's a good tournament as a team as well, and myself too. We won the tournament, so that was definitely the highlight of the tournament, and we had a great fun after winning the tournament. Spend the night with our teammates, and yeah, a lot of fun. And I think Hong Kong was.
And there was a typhoon that year, wasn't it? Right?
Yeah.
We got stuck
in the hotel. Stuck in the hotel. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So I remember that one funny thing at that tournament. I think before we also went to the Hong Kong and twice maybe.
Yeah, you went to Hong Kong in 2015 for the East Asia Series.
Yeah, so at that time we playing with the Hong Kong team, and I was batting at maybe 7, something like that, and with my partner was like Bata, and I was batting. And Hong Kong players like half of them like Indian or Pakistani mixed up. So the bowler was Indian, and the guy who fielding at the slip point, he said, "A bowl a slower one," like in Hindi. And I can understand what he's saying. So I was waiting for the slow one, and bowler exactly bowled slow one, and I hit it to the straight 6. And after match, I told him that everything you're saying, I was understanding everything you said. So I can hit the 6. So thank you very much. He said, "Oh, really? You told me you like," so that was really funny thing about it.
Your international career has been a bit stop-start since then. You've been left out the squad a couple of times. You still have ambitions to get back in?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm used to it, like getting out of the squad and getting back and getting out and getting back. It's already happened twice, so why not 3 times?
Quite right. Do you think that shows how the standard of cricket has improved in Japan, that there's more competition for places now?
Yeah, I think so. New players are really good. We have like ex-baseball players as well, and younger generation improving a lot, like under 19 guys are getting better. Marcus also scored 100 in the JCL. So I think it's really improving. And I think that because we select the team like based on the Japanese last few years of selecting foreign players, that helps a lot Japanese player to improve their games, because getting more chances as a batsman, as a bowler, and playing real tournaments.
Yeah.
So before that, when I played as a national team, Japanese players, I think they used to think that these 3 guys, like 3 foreign players, we can pick it. These 3 guys can score for us, and these 3 guys can get a wicket for us. So if these 3 is not scoring, we almost lost. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
We are not, like, we lost it before the game end. Like when these 3 guys couldn't score it.
Yeah.
So after that, we only picking Japanese players, and we struggled a lot. I still remember I came back. I was out of the squad, and you guys picked me for the tournament, like in Lismore?
Bendigo,
yeah, right. So Bendigo, everyone is Japanese, and we struggled a lot, but we realized that time we can be a better side if we stick together as the Japanese players. And that makes Japanese teams stronger side. And I think that helps us well for the under 19s too, because we can win games we won few games in other tournaments as well. So that boosts Japanese players' confidence as well. So I think right now we getting back to, foreign players. That's a good thing, not a bad thing. I always think, how about making two men's national teams? One is no restriction of the foreign players, like pick anyone who is the best player in Japan, or maybe outside the Japan, like Kendall Fleming is playing in Australia, but he can play for the national team, okay? So few other guys also we find it and make like a team, let them play EAP tournaments. And make a B team like full of Japanese players and let them play like the East Asia Cup, I think. Yeah. And let's see how Japan rankings goes up. And I think that helps a lot for Japan cricket.
Yeah. So the challenge is, you want to pick a 20-man training squad so the group can really train together and spend time together and get to know each other and get to know their individual roles in the team.
Yeah.
So the more players you have who might be good players, but don't necessarily want to buy into that side of things or aren't able to take part in that. I mean, Kendall's been very good. Kendall, even though he's in Australia, he joins on Zoom calls whenever they take place, and he tries to be as available as he can, and he makes sure he gets over to Japan, at least once a year to meet up and train with the group. But in the past, some of the better foreign players haven't perhaps been as keen to do all of those things. And I think the Japan strength in the team that we've had has been in the passion of the group to work hard for each other. And you've seen a lot of that I saw that particularly in Bendigo and again in those East Asian Cup tournaments, even in the Philippines, the team's working really hard for each other. So we've picked 3 guys now into the national squad who don't have Japanese passports and are resident players, but they all understand what's required of them and they all understand what it means to be part of that Japanese team. Yes, they're good players, but it's not a case that we're just picking them because they're the good players. They are young and they understand and they want to work hard and be involved. And from speaking to Shun Hashiba, for example, I spoke to him. He talked about watching guys like Patrick Giles-Jones, Gavin Beath, and how they trained and how that opened his eyes as a young Japanese player to how hard he had to work to succeed. And I hope that the players that come in who maybe don't have Japanese background or heritage can bring that. And Japan, as you know better than most, Japan is a changing society. It is opening up. It is becoming more international, and we want our team to be reflective of Japanese society. That means half Japanese people like yourself, like Kendall, like Marcus. And it also means players who have committed to living in Japan long term. Someone like Supun, who's been here.
Yeah.
Supun's been in Japan like as long as I have. It's been there like 8 years, I think now.
And he can speak very good Japanese as well.
You speak better Japanese than I can.
Yeah.
Then you've got Sabarish and Piyush who've both been here for, a reasonable amount of time as well. But the challenge is, of course, when it comes to the Asian Games, and cricket is now back in the Asian Games for next year, we've still got to pick a squad of 14, 15 players, and they have to have Japanese passports. So those guys can't go to the Asian Games. And they know that, but it means the squad's still going to be good enough. So we have to focus on getting these Japanese qualified players better. So having the 2 teams, I don't think is necessarily conducive to a great team spirit and a great way of climbing the rankings. What I would like to do is, and we do try and do this occasionally, is have that, the Japan team as it is, and play them against strong teams that we put together, like a JPL.
JCL West team or like that.
And like what the Embassy Cup is supposed to be. The Embassy Cup is supposed to be practice for the Japan national team. We want the best Indians and the best Pakistanis and the best Sri Lankans playing for that team and getting passionate about representing their home country and playing to win. And, it's good match practice for our guys. But the more opportunities like that we can provide, the better for sure. Cool. All right, mate. Well, moving on from that, just last couple of questions before I hit my regular questions I ask everyone.
Okay.
What are your plans for the future? As I said, you're 28 years old, you're married and living happily in Gunma. Is that where you see yourself staying? Is Gunma your home for the long term?
Yeah, and we'll stay here in Gunma because it's next to Tochigi.
Easy access.
Very easy to live here, Sano. So yeah, and I will stay here. And my plan is, getting more good player, much better player, and getting back to the national team as well, and having a kids and make a Gunma cricket kids team as well.
Yeah, great.
Uh, yeah, that kind of things I'm planning to do in the
Well, so your wife knows you want 11 kids to form a team. She's gonna be busy.
Yeah, I songed it in my marriage. I said we're gonna make 11 babies and make it to the cricket team and that kind of things.
You've got a good wife there, mate. Trust me, I've got one baby. That's enough. I've had to put my cricket team on hold. All right, mate. Well, look, I asked the same questions to everyone at the end of the interview, so we'll just whiz through these. Start with the cricket-specific questions.
Okay.
So who's the best player you've played with or against in Japan or outside, if you've got anyone particularly good?
Yeah. I have played a lot of good players, better players, but as a batsman, I played Japan Cup in a Vibon's team first year, and Pat Moore was opening batsman with me, and he was so good. The other end, I'm watching him. He just picking the caps so easily. I still remember one match. The bowler bowled him short one. He picked the gully region gaps, just tap it and get a 4. And bowler moves slip to the gully region, and bowler bowled same area, and he just tapped the ball to the slip area and get the 4. So that was so high level. He just too good.
That's Alex Patmore, who's scoring a lot of runs in the JCL this year as well.
Yeah.
He seems to score 90s a lot.
Yeah, he's too good. Like picking gaps is very easy for him. And I was watching, and he also teaching me during the match how to play late. And that helped me a lot as a batsman. Yeah, I think he's the best player.
What's the best thing you've ever learned from a coach?
One phrase is like, enjoy sports, enjoy life. Richard told me that very early in my career. Like, enjoy sports and enjoy life. Everything happens in the life, but enjoy it.
Great. What's your career highlight on the cricket field?
I'm still finding it.
Still waiting for it?
I'm still looking for it.
Is there any loss, any defeat that particularly annoys you? You've mentioned a couple already.
Yeah, the Sano final.
That Sano final.
The Sano, and I batted 40 overs when couldn't win the match. That was so annoying.
And the funniest thing you've seen happen on a cricket field?
A few things, but I mentioned one thing, that Sharks. We playing with Sharks maybe, or we just watching the match. And Marcus was keeper, and Ashley was the bowler fielder. He missed field or something he missed, and Dougal was so angry. And Chris Thurgate was playing. He was a fielder, and he chasing the ball. He tried to pick up the ball. When he bent, his trousers will come down, and everyone can see that he's underwear. So that was the funniest thing I have ever seen in the cricket field.
I think I heard about that. That was a few years back.
Yeah.
What's your favorite format of cricket?
It used to be T20, but this year I would say 40 over because I scored a lot in 40 over games. So,
who's your favorite teammate?
Maybe Ota.
Ota. What's your favorite place to play cricket? Any particularly good places you've enjoyed playing, either in Japan or elsewhere?
It's easy. One.
Good answer. Can you name one innings or bowling performance done by somebody else that you wish you could have played yourself?
In the international level,
we've had guys talk about a Japan Cup finals innings. We've had guys talk about Rishabh Pant in the test match against Australia recently.
So. Japan Cup finals, I think that was the
Aravinda
hit the 6. I was watching that innings as well. That was so good. I think maybe someone's fastest century, like Shahid Afridi fastest century, or maybe De Villiers fastest century.
Yeah.
I want to play like that.
You want to play like that?
Yeah.
All right. Last batch. I got some Japan specific questions. What is your favorite thing about Japan?
Everyone's answering same question, so boring, like safety. I'm thinking same, but that's so boring. So I would say women, they are very beautiful, cute, nice, kind, supporting, and understanding the culture, different culture, and let us play cricket. So I would say women's.
That is the best answer I've had so far. Can you name one place in Japan that any visitor must go?
Yokohama. It's beautiful places. In Yokohama, good restaurants. And also I met my wife in Yokohama. So I would say Yokohama.
Did you? Good. What's your favorite food?
Favorite food, I have different kind of foods. I like it, like a curry, keema curry, Pakistani food, or biryani, chicken biryani as well. But sushi, I love sushi too. So yeah, I'm enjoying both Japanese food and Pakistan foods too.
Showing all your heritage. Is there any bad, horrible, disgusting food in Japan that you've eaten, that you've had?
Ikura?
Yes. Good. I agree. I can't stand that stuff. Everyone loves it. My wife loves it. It's horrible. The little,
Yeah, small eggs. Yeah.
little fish eggs.
So disgusting.
Yeah, I've got no time for those at all. Okay. What is your favorite Japanese word or phrase and its meaning?
Actually, I have my favorite words in English. And I already told you that. Enjoy sports, enjoy life. So I would say that. Not in particular Japanese. Yeah.
All right. Raheel, thanks a lot for your time, mate. I've really enjoyed this chat. I really appreciate you coming on and doing it in your third choice language. So I'm very impressed that you've been able to do that. And it's been
Actually, it's fourth language.
Fourth language, sorry. Stand corrected again. Fourth language. Hey, it's really impressive. And I'm really, really grateful that you come on. Hopefully, having guys like you on will inspire some more of the Japan national squad to get involved and come on my show and have a chat.
Yeah.
So thanks very much for coming on, mate. It's been great.
Yeah, thank you.
That concludes this episode of the Japan Cricket Podcast. I hope you enjoyed listening. And if you really enjoyed listening, then I would be forever grateful if you could rate and review the show on whatever platform you get your podcasts. It would just help others to find the show and have the added bonus of making me feel a little bit better about myself. Until next time, arigatou gozaimashita.